Marriage between Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng, one is level-headed and the other is quiet. Feng Shaofeng discussed his wedded life, and once whined to the camera, I asked Zhao Liying, do you like me and need to get hitched, or would you say you are with me for getting hitched? The follow-up was not referenced in the program, and nobody knew the response. Discussing the wedding band with Aya in the vehicle, Feng Shaofeng said aggrievedly, I actually don't have a ring yet. I asked him for what valid reason in disarray. Feng Shaofeng answered, my better half never gave me a ring. She has forever been autonomous, free and simple, with an unmistakable brain. What's more, Feng Shaofeng is normally delicate and touchy, and the two are reciprocal and furthermore infatuated. Zhao Liying concentrated as an airline steward and functioned as a server, partaking in the tryout, doing a wide range of stunts, depending on the difficult work of not tolerating the subjugation of life, making the difficult work deserving of karma, and turning into the outright champion of the counterattack script. Feng Shaofeng's family is well off yet not dandy. Two individuals, one clear-headed, one quiet. During the film cooperation around then, Feng Shaofeng recalled the subtleties of Zhao Liying's shooting plainly, from 6 o'clock at night to 6 a.m. of the following day, just to shoot an activity scene. Zhao Liying, who was close to her, turned her head straight and watched him finish these words cheerfully. It was exclusively during the meeting that he grinned and commended, he is ideal man. Feng Shaofeng used to like the serious Arab shooting, yet Zhao Liying went with her to mess around with the team. He purchased 3 flights per day because of a paranoid fear of missing her birthday, recorded theatrical presentations, and remembered to make recordings of him on the helicopter. The two decided to get back to the condition of companions since they got together less and isolated more due to work. There was no madness on the two sides, and no foes. There is just a similar gift, the days are long, the past is great, and what's in store is better. Regardless of whether the closure is unsuitable, on the off chance that you meet, you will be agreed upon. Feng Shaofeng burned through 300 million yuan to purchase an extravagance house for Ni. For what reason did he pivot and wed Zhao Liying? The explanation is excessively basic. In the diversion circle, it appears to have turned into something typical for everybody to have love due to show. The vast majority of the big-name couples we know meet up due to cherish and show. For instance, Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying are natural to everybody. Albeit the two they are currently separated, however they fostered a relationship due to their collaboration in television shows and motion pictures, and afterward they met up to get hitched and have youngsters. Discussing Feng Shaofeng, companions who realize him well will realize that Feng Shaofeng is the goddess collector in media outlets. The motivation behind why he calls her so is on the grounds that he has dated numerous delightful female stars, like Zhao Liying. Before Zhao Liying, there is Ni. Discussing the connection between Feng Shaofeng and Ni, it is additionally humiliating. The two were likewise brilliant young men and young ladies according to many individuals. He was likewise addressed by numerous netizens. Feng Shaofeng was brought into the world in a rich family in Shanghai. His folks were the two money managers. One might say that Feng Shaofeng is a rich second-era brought into the world with a brilliant spoon in his mouth. It is a lot higher, regardless of whether you neglect to take the school placement test, you can in any case be straightforwardly prescribed to the Shanghai Theatre Foundation with your fantastic grades of 30 majors. Afterward, as a result of his attractive looks and passing marks, he got a ton of film contracts since he began acting. Toward the start, she worked together with Yang Mi in the television series Guangzhou Zinayu. Due to the progress of the television series, Feng Shaofeng became well-known and her notoriety expanded essentially. After she became famous, she had more assets and film arrangements. Obviously, she became famous and things step by step expanded. For instance, there was an issue with Yang Mi, the courageous woman of Guangzhou Zinayu, yet the two players have authoritatively explained it. However, I need to say that Feng Shaofeng is extremely well known with ladies. He additionally met Ni later. Ni is likewise a goddess in many individuals' brains. The two have a typical subject and met up. One is attractive and the other is wonderful. Around then, they were a generally excellent match according to everybody, and the two were for sure infatuated. They had been enamored for quite a long time, and they had even arrived at the purpose in examining marriage. Feng Shaofeng likewise took Ni to pick a wedding house worth 300 million yuan in an extravagance region in Beijing, so everybody felt that they would before long get out good word. Have your folks met Ni and you, and they generally like him, so the thing would you say you are sitting tight for? Try not to postpone Pingai. You are not terrified of significance, but rather I didn't anticipate that the two should separate following 3 years of dating. From that point forward, Feng Shaofeng recorded the film Girl Nation, experienced passionate feelings for Zhao Liying due to the show, and afterward teamed up on the television series Knowing or Not, and the relationship turned out to be more steady. Be that as it may, Feng Shaofeng's standing in the amusement circle is really not excellent due to his rich relationship experience. Be that as it may, Zhao Liying, who was drenched in adoration at that point, didn't care the slightest bit, and, surprisingly, wedded Feng Shaofeng at the pinnacle of her profession, and before long had a child not long after marriage. The insight about Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying's marriage was very unforeseen when the authority declaration was made. All things considered, in everybody's impression, they didn't talk for a really long time. How should Feng Shaofeng, who has forever been a reckless child, will Zhao Liying unexpectedly early? So everybody can't resist the urge to be interested. For what reason did you wed Zhao Liying subsequent to falling head over heels for me for a long time without getting hitched? As a matter of fact, Feng Shaofeng said this reason before. He felt that Ni was too aggressive and consistently centered around her profession, frequently disregarding herself. The two additionally frequently produced thus Sun Qi, and in spite of the fact that Zhao Liying is likewise exceptionally aggressive, she likewise has a moderate side. Prior, she accepted that she ought to do what she ought to do at whatever stage in life, so even in the brilliant age of her profession, when she arrived at the time of first marriage, and in the wake of meeting such a great accomplice as Feng Shaofeng, he let the stream follow all the way through and hitched him. After marriage, she was likewise family accommodating. Subsequent to bringing forth her child, she didn't work for quite a while, however rather dealt with her better half and brought up her kids. She didn't formally get back to recording until the child grew up. What's more, assuming it's Nini, it's likely difficult to do this, so it tends to be seen from this that the justification for why he let go of Ni is exceptionally basic, and the breakdown of his marriage with Zhao Liying may likewise be on the grounds that Zhao Liying has re-accentuated her profession. What is your take on this? 02. It required 3 years to comprehend the reason why the marriage of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng was hurried and short. 12 or so straightforward words declared the finish of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's 3-year marriage. 12 or so straightforward words reported the finish of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's 3-year marriage. Unique in relation to different couples in the circle whose status is altogether different, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng met at the pinnacle of one another's vocations, distinguished one another, and met up. It ought to have been the consequence of cautious thought. However, for what reason did they leave their 2-year-old kid and decide to head out in different directions after under 3 years of marriage? What is the inseparable bunch of this big-name couple who were once enamored, which prompted the decision of separation? In the separation proclamation delivered by the studio, it tends to be seen that the reasons they gave are: since we get together less and leave more working, I decide to get back to friendship, albeit. This reason sounds exceptionally official. As a matter of fact, the couple have seldom been together in the beyond 2 years. One might say that after Zhao Liying returned in the wake of conceiving an offspring, the timetable for the entire year of 2020 can be supposed to be full. Chinese Cafe was kept in July, there were other theatrical presentations in August, and joy to great many homes began again in September. There were likewise a ton of stage exercises and grants functions in the center. Zhao Liying was truly occupied. She should be the well-known frantic Saniying in the circle. Prior, paparazzi captured that after Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng ate, the two remaining in their particular vehicles. Clearly, the thing of get together less and leave more does exist, and it wears out the connection among a couple over the long haul. Notwithstanding this angle, many individuals property the motivation to Feng Shaofeng. To say that this is likewise a notable playboy in the circle, the reputed targets incorporate practically all female craftsmen who have worked with him, from Yang Mi to Lin Yun. From the beginning, when Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng were together, there were as yet many fans who were not deserving of Zhao Liying. In their view, Feng Shaofeng's adoration history is excessively rich, and he is certainly not a great match from the start. Truly, Feng Shaofeng was captured acting personally with a specific lady in Chengdu inside under a time of their marriage. Despite the fact that Feng Shaofeng later explained, yet all things considered, he is a hitched man, so there ought to be some friendly distance. Furthermore, the family hole between Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying is additionally extremely huge. Zhao Liying, we as a whole know it. She is a young lady who emerged from the open country and has come to the current bit by bit. Also, Feng Shaofeng's family is considerably more conspicuous. Not exclusively is the Feng family the main sibling in the material business, Feng Shaofeng himself is the main child. I truly consented to the sentence. In the event that I can't make a decent film, I will return home and acquire the privately run company. For a well-off family like the Feng family, the decision of little girl in regulation ought to in any case be one-sided toward the right family. What's more, Zhao Liying's family foundation is clearly not inside the extent of the Feng family's decision. After the mix of the two got the testament, they had a youngster in under 5 months. Hence, Zhao Liying's marriage into Feng's family is probably going to be marriage with a child. After marriage, there was grinding because of contrasts in family conditions, which in the long run prompted the couple's conclusive separating. In any case, such things as sentiments resemble individuals who know the temperature of drinking water. We are not gatherings to this marriage, and we can conjecture about the genuine justification for their separation. All things considered, it isn't Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying who can't escape this relationship. Be that as it may, those crowds who are as yet drenched in information, the iteration between the subsequent uncle and Minglin. Information is a defining moment in my life. I have taken in a lot. From the little woman of the Shang family who was a young lady in the boudoir, to the paramour of the Hao family later. Minglin is developing, however entertainer Zhao Liying is additionally developing with the job. As per important measurements, the transmission volume of information has surpassed 111.7 billion. Notwithstanding the lucky prominence reward, Zhao Liying's greatest increase is presumably getting a spouse from the play. As a matter of fact, to discuss the genuine experience between the two, it was during the recording of the 2016 film The Realm of Girls. In the film, Feng Shaofeng is the heavenly priest who doesn't stay in the universe of humans, while Zhao Liying is the ruler of the girl country who needs to pull him down from the special raised area. Be that as it may, not the same as the film, in actuality, it is the sacred priest who is enticed first. In Feng Shaofeng's eyes, Zhao Liying has something else entirely from other female stars. She is basic, serious, and spry. Indeed, even he who appreciated every one of the blossoms, couldn't help the extravagant child pivoted and was caught by the lady before him. So in the background of the team, Feng Shaofeng can frequently be seen seeking Zhao Liying every way under the sun. Furthermore, their vagueness additionally reaches out external to play. During that time, paparazzi frequently captured Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng going out to shop and dating in a cozy way. Indeed, even from the communication on friendly stages, it tends to be dubiously seen that the connection between the two is extremely close. Accordingly, many individuals likewise respect excursion toward the west, the girl country, as the beginning stage of Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying's adoration. Then came information in 2017, and the darlings teamed up once more. Contrasted and the outsiders who met interestingly, the two individuals who rejoined this time are a lot nearer. They resemble youthful sweethearts rejoined after a long non-attendance, going with the group like shadows.